To graph a system of linear inequalities, you must graph your inequalities and then you determine which way to shade. So if we're looking at this system right here, we're going to graph y is less than or equal to 3 first. That's going to be a horizontal line at 3, and it's solid because it's a less than or equal to. The second line here, y is greater than x plus 2, so that is at 2 on your y-intercept, and it has a slope of 1. So it's going up like this, and it is a dashed line. So as I graph my dots, I'm going to actually make them a little dashed. Good enough. So there's that line graph. Now we have to determine whether which way we need to shade. Anytime you have a horizontal line, y is less than or equal to 3, you shade down for less than, like all this down here for less than that line. If you want for this second equation, you plug in 0, 0, because the line does not go through the origin, so 0 is greater than 0 plus 2, 0 is greater than 2. That's not a solution, so that means you're shading up from the line. Okay, so if we kind of look at it like this, and we have, okay, so from this one, it's all this up here, all this up in here, and then for this line here, it's everything below it, so it's all this. So the solution region is what is your solution to the the system of linear inequalities. So it is actually going to be this section right here. This is where the two lines overlap. And like I said to you guys in class, I don't want to see this other stuff colored in. So you need to erase all that. Okay. So that is how you graph a system of inequalities. So if you look at these down here, sometimes, like in number 2, it's not in slope-intercept form, so you're going to want to put it into slope-intercept form. So I'm going to take this first one, and I'll subtract 3x from both sides, so you get negative y is greater than negative 3x minus 2. Multiply by negative 1, so y is less than 3x plus 2. Make sure you flip your inequality symbol since you're multiplying by negative 1. This one here, you're going to subtract x from both sides, so negative y is greater than negative x minus 1. Multiply it all by negative 1, so you get y is less than x plus 1. So graph your two inequalities. Here's the one, here's the other. So I'll graph the first one as positive 2, and it has a slope of 3, so it's rise 3, run 1. Rise 3, run 1. And it's going to be dashed. So if you keep going down, whoops, going to go like this. So 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 1. It's going to be dashed, going like this. And then always make sure you have your arrows. Then the other one, it goes through 1, and it has a slope of 1. So it's going to go like this, straight through. And it again is dashed. So we're going to come down like this. Okay, so the same idea of figuring out which way do I shade, I'm going to plug 0, 0 in to both equations. And it's kind of nice if I go back to the original for this one, because I'm going to have 0 minus 0 is greater than 2, is greater than negative 2, excuse me. And yes, that's true. And then 0 minus 0 is greater than negative 1. Yes, that is true as well. So 0, 0 is a solution to both lines in the system. So if you can just envision that this line here, that's going to be the plus 2 line, so this line here, it's going to be going over it this way. It's going to continue all through there. This line here, same area. It's going to continue down like this through here. Okay, but in this section here, it's not, they're both not shaded. This section here, they're both not shaded, and this section here, they're both not shaded. So when you go to color it in and shade it in, you're only coloring in this section right here. So that is how you graph a system of linear inequalities. Make sure that you look out for dashed versus solid, and then you have to do your shading, and where it overlaps is what is called your solution region.